IED or back to normal.
We're good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We are live streaming now, so I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting of the Hill Country Regional Public Defender's Office Oversight Board to order. It is March the 13th and it is 9:35 a.m. So Vanessa, if you could just do a quorum check for us. We good on attendance?
Yes. Commissioner Weesion, Judge Evans, Judge Lutz, Judge Jones, Christy Ivy, and John Boyle.
Excellent.
Oh, and Judge Kelly via Zoom.
There you go. All
Is
right.
Judge Kelly the only one via Zoom?
He is.
Okay.
Yes, he is. All right, excellent. Do we have any visitor or public comments this morning? Okay. Hearing none, we'll go to agenda item number 3, update from Carly Cannell, our Chief Public Defender.
I just have a very briefly.
It's pretty brief.
That was very brief.
I don't have the PowerPoint in front of me. I don't have the number.
There we go.
Okay, so, oh, if you can stand right up on him. Oh, so I can get on.
I don't know what happened.
Can you see the presentation, Judge Kelly?
Nope.
Okay, bear with us one moment.
With the Zoom, I don't know why.
There I go.
Okay,
Got it. Okay.
okay. You can just go to the next slide, though. Slide picture. We have 2,349 open cases. I think this was up like 2 or 3 days ago. 1,266 of those are felonies, 1,032 misdemeanors. We currently have 13 appeals, 38 juvenile cases, and we've handled 18,902 cases since inception. We're continuing to grow. Everyone's just kind of plugging along, and everyone within their case restrictions, case conflicts. Right now, we have 17 attorneys, 6 legal assistants, 4 investigators, 4 mental health advocates. We have 1 Vanessa. We don't ever know what her title is, but administrative coordinator, so we have 32 staff right now. We have 1 mental health position still available, and a misdemeanor attorney and a felony attorney. I anticipate we have 3 interviews next week for attorneys. I anticipate promoting within for the felony position and then hiring 2 misdemeanor attorneys in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, and that's it. We're just really pleased with the collaboration, and Judge Lutz and I had a really nice meeting last week. I think that I really appreciate all of your effort in helping us to get everything done and get things moving. That's it. Anybody have any questions for me?
That was brief, Carly.
I told you, I mean, that's it. Like, I was just kind of updating you guys on where we are and everything.
For an attorney, that's like super brief.
It is. It's really hard for me to talk about it, so.
Excellent. Any questions?
Anybody have any questions for me?
All right. Okay, item 4, discuss and consider approval of the financial report. Morning, Sarah. For those that don't know, this is Sarah Sotoff, and she is from our auditor's office.
Usually Beverly was this year.
Yes.
So, so this is just the Q1 financial report.
Are you able to put it up? Do you have it to put up?
I can share it for the Zoom, and it's also.
Yeah, if you would.
Alright.
Give us 1 second, Sarah. That way we can You go through it, the online can see.
And Vanessa, you emailed and sent it back up, right?
Yes. So
Just make sure you refer to the page we're on.
Oh,
Just so Vanessa knows where to go to where you're talking about. Yes.
Okay. Yes, so this is the Q1 financial report for fiscal year 25, 26. And then we just kind of have the detail, budgeted through all of this and everything looks good. But I will note on the last. The balance sheet, we have about 716,000, in our accounts receivable as of 12/31. And a lot of that was just like county contributions that hadn't been received yet, but the bulk of it was the Q1 TIDC reimbursement that we haven't received as of today either, so. Hopefully we'll get that soon.
Why haven't we received it?
From my understanding, the TIDC is always.
Yeah, it's always been slow. For some reason, it even seems a little slower at the moment
So
in
how
receiving
far
it.
past? We have a meeting pretty quick, I'll bring it up.
Okay, yeah, as of
How far
yesterday.
past we-
So now if we submitted it in early January, it's been about 2 months, so.
Any questions for Sarah on the?
Could I get the date we submitted?
Yes, yeah, I'll get
Give me
that.
that and how much, how long it took last time to get paid?
Yeah, we actually, Judge, I think it would not be, it'd probably be, why don't you, we can probably give you like a history from the last, 12 months? Where we can give you submissions of like the last 12 payments.
Yeah,
Here's when we
yeah.
submitted, here's what we received rather than just one of them.
Because we had to pay our bills in 30 days, they should be able to pay their bills. So,
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. All right, item number 5, discuss and consider approval of the January 13th, 2026 Oversight Board regular meeting minutes. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I did not ask for approval of that. So let's go back to 4 for a moment. I'll apologize. I am looking for approval of that financial report.
one quick, so how much is Medina County having to float for us? Now, are we, the fund balance is still inadequate or?
No, right now we're that 700,000. I mean, that's what we're actually, because we have the 400,000 showing in there.
So 700 less 400, or is it 700 plus 400?
The 400 is our fund balance to kind of offset those expenses, and then the 700 that's on this report was as of 12/31, so it is a little less today. But the bulk of like the Q1 TIDC reimbursement was 597,000.
The 700 doesn't have the 400 out of it, right? That's to your answer. And that's why when we talked, starting about a year ago, it's been running right at another 400,000. That's what we've,
That was.
yeah,
1.1.
no, we run about that 800,000 normally, and we have 400,000 of that from all of the other agencies.
Just gotta go really damn slow, so.
It's all good.
Thanks. I do, anybody make a motion that?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
I have a motion from Judge Evans, second from Judge Jones to approve the financial report. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5, discuss and consider approval of the January 13th, 2026 Oversight Board regular meeting minutes. I think you just got a copy. Anybody else need a copy out there?
There we go.
We got some extras.
I guess in the minutes, when we say the motion carried, does that mean it's unanimous? If it's less than unanimous, should we not?
Yeah, we ought to
Would you like, going forward, me to?
break them out.
Add that? Yes, sir.
That would be great.
Especially, you know, in number 9, you did have the city. Votes, so that would be,
I'm sorry, what was number 9?
great. You do have, when we have the city votes, so.
Yes, when it's dissenting votes, it's spelled out, but going forward, I'll also add when it comes to.
Yeah, I think it-
Okay, absolutely.
It might be. Earlier on in my career, we had a commissioner that had amnesia. He would say, I think I voted against that. So we began to make sure that it was memorialized. You actually voted for and against.
Okay.
I move approval.
Okay, I have a motion from Judge Evans. I have a second from Commissioner Boyle to approve the January 13th Oversight Board regular meeting minutes. Is there any other discussion? Yes,
On item number 8, I mentioned on the right, number 2, meaning actually like. So it might have been better that you got, I think it's the very.
yeah, paragraph 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beverly was the one in here with us. Yeah, I think it would have been Beverly though.
So
Yeah,
rather
was it,
than,
sir? It's Beverly Ham.
I made my motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
Okay. So I have a motion to approve the minutes as corrected from Judge Evans. Still second, Mr. Boyle. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, agenda item number 6, discuss and consider hiring an attorney to represent the Hill Country Regional Public Defender's Office Oversight Board. Of course, something we've been working on for a while. As everybody knows, trying to find an attorney that didn't have a conflict with one of our counties was one of our challenges. And so we kind of went down a different direction of trying to find somebody, and we went kind of the city route, looking for somebody that wouldn't be working with our counties. We did find Mr. Floyd Akers. He's actually here with us today, Floyd here in the front row. And he was actually came recommended to me through the city manager here in Hondo, John Nairn, that they've worked together when John was the city manager in Hearn. So I do have, I've spent some time kind of talking to Mr. Akers about what we were trying to accomplish as far as, we have a 5-county oversight board that has a spirit of cooperation to move this PDO forward, and that kind of went through some of the history and how's, just have some gray areas and some things that need to get ironed out, and both in our what is our official, what do we call them, rules and policies and memberships, as well as how that then applies back to the interlocal. So all of that gets memorialized into a document that everybody agrees on. So Mr. Akers came out today. He does live in San Antonio. He came to join us today. And Floyd, I'd love if you'd like to just maybe come up, introduce yourself for a couple of minutes to the members and give them a little history. And then if anybody has any questions, certainly take those.
Good morning, thank you for having me. My name is Floyd Akers, grew up in San Antonio. Been practicing law now for 31 years here in Central and South Texas. I've represented over 20 cities, I guess now, city attorney, prosecutor, I've been a judge in 2 cities also, and Bryan and Mayor. Worked for as an attorney around law school for Texas Department of Public Safety and State Trooper, all that good stuff. And then I've also represented UT Brownsville, the education field in the state of Texas. So I've got kind of a wide range of experience, a lot of contract work, a lot of interlocal agreements, and good cooperation agreements with mainly cities and counties and then state officials and city or state officials and university, that sort of thing, as they get together. And obviously there's different opinions on everybody's side and try to get together and do all those things. I've been a prosecutor, I've been a judge, I've been a defense attorney, still am a defense attorney, still prosecutor in 3 cities right now. And so I kind of understand the dynamics between those types of attorneys as well. And be more than happy to help you out with your issue you got here. If you have any issues or we work some contracts for you. So primarily what I do these days are contracts. Just another interlocal agreement with the city of Vincennes and Catula for trash, important things. But very familiar with doing that and dealing with the city council in one town, city council in another town, trying to get everybody together on the same page if there's a problem. But y'all seem like you work pretty good together, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue here. If y'all have any questions, I'd be more than happy to.
You did Van Deer, didn't you, for a while?
And what?
Were you city attorney for Van Deer?
No, sir, I was in Broncos, I was city attorney in Broncos for a couple of years, and Pflugerville for a couple of years. I was assistant city attorney in San Antonio, long time ago. A lot of cities, not that there.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was hoping to get Fredericksburg one day, so I had the hat trick with all the German communities, Let's see, keep working on that.
Your resumes, you've got everything.
A little bit. And I've been in private practice now for 10 years. I'm doing the same thing. I do at any given time, besides my institutional clients. I also have maybe 20 criminal clients at a given time, mainly in Hayes County and Comal County. And then also I have maybe half a dozen civil clients that are just private clients. They have a property in Kimball County, but that's the closest I got to Frick County.
We have a budget for legal.
No, so what we so we're kind of at the first step of this is first we're looking for the oversight board to say, yes, we'd like to move forward with doing this. And then we will have to go to TIDC and get a budget adjustment for this. Of course, it'll need to go to obviously Commissioner's Court and work our way through the process. It probably shouldn't take very long to get there. But we don't have a current budget on, there's not a line item in the budget for this. We have to go through that process and get that done.
Yeah, it would
Yes,
have to be more than a budget line, it would have to be a grant modification, just because the purpose of our grant is.
Correct.
digital funds, and so.
that's correct. Yeah, I misspoke on that. Yes, it would
Yes.
be a modification through TIDC. That's correct.
Because it would be outside the terms of our.
So is anybody run the traps with the IDC? Are they agreeable?
Yes,
I talked to TIDC
Yes.
about it, they are agreeable as long as the grant modification is submitted, you guys would like it to be likely approved, really be an issue, but there would have to be a grant modification because I have to run our office under, our budget that's I live under has to be for industry funds, so.
So-
really
so-
that's not very-
So where would the money come from? What would we?
We have enough extra money in salaries. And we also have extra money in continuing education. I have everyone always apply for scholarships. And, we do the best we can to save money everywhere we can. We usually are $300,000 or $400,000 under budget every year, which is every. I have to believe that. But I do know we have like because we've had some openings and salaries, while we're looking for the appropriate person, we definitely have some extra budget.
So we do a grant modification this time, and then the next cycle, we would just have it built into the grant.
Right, we could put
Is that
something,
what-
yeah, we could put an amount, of course, we,
Because
Carly and I
some
kind
of
of,
us won't be here, I just don't
Right.
know what's gonna do.
no, and Carly and I talked about it, I think a little bit the other day, you know, we wouldn't suspect. I mean, it should be a minimal amount once we get this done, right? Our first round. I mean, there's other than annual, possibly interlocal agreement updates or, but we just don't see that we'd be using a lot.
Once these documents are done, other than standards, then there should not be changes done. So
Right.
we'll see.
Everybody's good with that. Yes, don't see Rob, is he shaking his head, yes?
Yeah, I don't know why I don't see him on the screen. Do you know what
I'm here.
happened? Okay, well, you're just not, we just don't see you on our screen for some reason. I saw
I'm
you.
there.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
All right.
The only other thing I saw, just in this document, that the client would not be the HCRPDO, it would be the oversight board.
Correct. I'm sorry, what page are you on, Carly?
It's about a third, fourth page then. Just for clarity purposes.
Sure.
Our office would be the client.
Correct.
The oversight board.
Correct.
Definitely the oversight board would be the client.
Right.
It's kind of a contract in name only, because you can basically terminate it for any reason with no penalty.
So Rob, are you good with it?
Yes, I hear you. And the issue is that he's gonna represent the oversight board, not the PDO.
Yeah, well, yeah, for clarification, that's what Carly was saying, to make sure that it's clear that that he's representing the board, not the public defender's office. He's representing the board.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Judge, I have a question.
Yes,
Mr. Akers, prepares the documents, then would that come back to each commissioner's court to take to its legal counsel for review?
no, it'll go through, because we'll have to go through now, do the grant modification, then take it to court to do, because Medina County is gonna have to we'll have to go to get the funding and stuff on that and to approve it. Yeah.
I think any changes to the interlocal agreement, yeah. The policies and procedures.
What comes out of it, absolutely.
The interlocal-
Yeah, I'm just talking about to get him on board and start doing it, but absolutely every bit of what comes out of this, the interlocals and the policy and all that would go back
That's-
to
Yes,
all.
thank you for clarifying. That's.
That is correct. Yes, yes. Any other questions?
So what's step one?
Well, I would get the, oversight board to go ahead and recommend the hiring of Mr. Akers if that's the will. And that'll set us in motion to, we'll go back then and get the grant adjustment done. We'll take it to court for the grant adjustment and we'll do all the things that we need to do to get it moving.
And we would authorize you to then sign the agreement on behalf of the committee.
But isn't that the cart before the horse? Should we get approval for the modification before we?
Well, we're looking, we will have to do that before we sign, we do anything, but right now I don't want to take it to our court and to the grant people, and we want to know this is what we want to do before we go for the modification.
If there's a glitch, you can just terminate it, it's not a problem. Never pay me anything, it's kind of not trying to written anyway. So there's no harm, I guess.
When is the next PRDC board meeting, Judge?
What's that?
I don't.
You said it's the next few weeks,
It's not too far away.
so we could just get the grant modification, maybe not.
I mean, if the oversight board says move forward with, we're going to begin auditor's office going, getting the grant modification, all those things moving pretty much immediately. So, and getting through the process.
Will we sign a retainer after that, or go ahead, you want to sign it today?
No, I want to sign it after we get that part done. No, all I'm looking for is direction so we can go ahead and go through the process. Like I said, Carly has a verbal she's had verbal there, but we need to get all of those things done. And then we would get with Mr. Aker and execute something when that's all done.
Okay, so if we make a motion, go ahead, Rob's a lawyer, tell us.
Go ahead, Rob.
I just have a question. What we're doing is the oversight board needs to have a lawyer to figure out these ILA issues with the individual counties. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. And it seems like, and the oversight board has no budget, has no money.
Currently, there's not a budget for it.
Other than what we supervise for the PDO.
Yes.
And so really what we're doing is we're asking the PDO, who apparently has some available funds, to do a budget amendment to be able to fund what we need to pay the attorney to give us advice on the ILAs. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And now ultimately, I understand ultimately we've got to run everything past TIDC. And at the end of the day, everything has to be run by all 5 member counties of the oversight board. None of that should be a problem, I don't think.
No, sir. I don't see any issues with any of that.
So the procedure that I would recommend is that we ask the oversight board to, or not necessarily the oversight board, but the oversight board to look at the budget and see where we can make some budget amendments to have the cash flow to be able to pay for this legal advice. And then, and that's all within the current finances that we have, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
We've got the
we won't-
money.
Correct. We're not going to be asking TIDC for any additional funds. We're going to ask them for an adjustment to the grant to move funds onto a new line.
Correct.
I don't know how well you can hear Carly, but she says she has extra funds in salaries and
I heard that.
training.
I heard that. And it seems like to me that the natural thing would be just to ask the executive director of the PDO, or if we were at the county level, would be asking our auditor to look, do we have sufficient funds to be able to do a budget amendment? We amend the budget to allocate the funds for the intended purpose and proceed forward. Now, I think at some point, the oversight board needs to have some sort of contract of retention with the attorneys to identify the fact that we're asking them to advise the board with regard to these issues. It's not technically a PDO issue, although it's an oversight issue for the PDO. Does that seem right?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to make this any more complicated than we need to do. I understand there are going to be some mother may I steps that we're going to have to do with TIDC, but I think we should be able to move forward, at least at this point, to do a budget amendment, retain counsel, present our issues to counsel to get advice, and come to some sort of understanding among ourselves or some sort of agreement that we're going to take back to our home counties and to TIDC. This would go to them also, I think, wouldn't it?
We're gonna have to have a grant modification before anything happens.
Correct.
Right.
So we need to, I guess the motion would be to authorize the application for a grant modification. Do we have an amount? Though we have to, there has to be an amount you want to modify it for.
Well, don't we want to ask Judge Lutz to do that on our behalf with TIDC?
Yes, we can do that. The auditor's office is dealing directly with them on it. That is not an issue for us to do.
I see this as being a fairly simple, seamless situation. I don't think this is going to be a long, prolonged, drawn out affair that we have to go through to take a look at how we want the interlocal agreements to look.
Correct.
So
Yeah, I think.
And I have confidence in Judge Lutz to go ahead and contact TIDC, work with your auditors, work with Carly at the PDO, and make sure that we dot the I's, cross the T's, and move forward.
What dollar amount are we gonna ask for? That's gonna be.
Well, I think I think we'll need to sit down and look at that. I mean, figure out something reasonable. I mean, we got to kind of estimate what kind of time we're thinking on it and stuff and come up with a number, but I think the important thing in here is, again, we're not going for more money. We're going to work within the TIDC existing budget number. We'll just basically transfer. We obviously put more than what we think we need, so we're not coming back and doing it again. But then at the end of it, kind of like whatever's left in salaries, we'll have money left over.
So we make a motion to authorize to go forward with the budget modification. We're not gonna have any dollar amount that we're approving as oversight board. That's a little bit,
Well,
I mean, we can put a dollar amount on, but we don't know what's.
I hate to tell the law firm how much money we're gonna ask to have to be able to spend on lawyers because we know they're gonna charge it, right?
It's not gonna be a real high number, I don't think.
Yeah,
But, no, Judge, I think you're right, Judge Evans. I think, we need to put a dollar amount in there. And for the time being, I think we could probably get things started for $5,000 or $10,000 just to see where we are.
I was gonna say put 10 grand over there.
Yeah, something like that.
Can all these
I
items
mean,
be
we're
in the
controlling the
same?
budget.
Sorry, may all these items be in the same motion?
Yes,
Yes, I think that would be the detailed incremental steps to get to where we want to go. We just need some advice and we need approval to get the advice.
yeah, so it sounds to me like the motion actually gets fairly simple, that the oversight board, approves the recommendation or the adjustment to do the adjustment of the grant, and also the transfer of $10,000 in the budget is what gets us started, so we can all take the action we need to take on this end, on the Medina side.
so the motion would be to request a budget modification in the amount of $10,000 from TIDC to provide legal counsel for the oversight board.
Yeah.
Right?
That sounds like the right motion to me.
Can I make a stab at it? Or was
Absolutely.
that a formal motion? Was that just notes?
Make your motion.
So I move to authorize Judge Lutz to obtain approval from TDIC to expend grant funds for general counsel for the oversight board. Seek a budget adjustment through the Medina County Auditor's Office to provide these funds. Move to engage Floyd Akers, attorney at law, to represent the HCRPDO Oversight Board and give Judge Lutz authorization to sign the agreement.
I think it's a budget modification with
Budget
TIDC.
modification rather than adjustment.
With
Yeah.
TIDC.
Yeah, and the only, I do, you might have just not have it written, I think you said TDIC, but
Say again?
I think you might have said TDIC instead of
Well, you
TIDC.
have to clarify, what are we seeking from TDIC?
No, TIDC.
TIDC,
I
oh.
was saying, I heard you transpose the letters.
A grant modification.
Yeah.
It's a grant modification. Yeah.
What about the budget modification from through the Medina County Auditor's Office? Was that correct?
Well, when we do the grant modification, that'll set us in motion to do
So you
those
don't need
things
to
on
do
our
anything
end.
For the county?
No,
Okay.
not on, I mean, on our end.
As long as the funds are inside the budget that has been approved by Medina County.
Right.
And any adjustments that we make or rearrangements of those funds, I think we're still good.
Yeah.
Now, if we exceed that budget, that's a different matter.
Exactly.
If they grant the budget modification, then it becomes a line item transfer
That's correct.
for us. It's not.
That
And
is,
as long as we, yeah, as long as we stay within the grant funds that have been awarded to us, I think we're good.
agreed.
They say you can they approve the modification, and we come back and do a line item transfer within the budget.
Within our county, that's correct.
So may I, amend that?
Yeah, would you like to restate your motion?
Yes, sir. So I move to authorize Judge Lutz to obtain approval from TIDC for a grant modification to provide funds for general counsel for the HCRPDO Oversight Board, to engage Floyd Akers, attorney at law, to represent the board and give Judge Lutz authorization to sign the agreement
In the amount of,
in the amount of,
Well, did you put the 10,000 you
I
had that?
did not.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
so the grant modification is for $10,000.
In the amount of, grant modification in the amount of $10,000.
I mean, man,
Mhm.
I think it would be smart just to make that figure a little bit larger, because it doesn't like, just in case, for some reason it goes longer, then we don't have to go back and do another grant modification. If we don't use it all, then if it's not all used, that's great, but
Right.
we have enough in our budget that it could be a higher number.
And we could just do another budget item or transfer if we needed to later with leftover,
Right.
if we needed it.
Right, so if you said $20,000 grant modification, then if for some reason everybody's more verbose, it
We,
takes
we,
longer than
we need to ask
anticipated.
Mr. Akers to leave.
Yeah.
No, I.
Yeah.
We keep up.
Just so we don't have to go back to TIDC for an additional grant modification.
You could
because we
say
have to wait
100,
till
it's
they
not
have
gonna be
their
very
board
much,
meeting.
it won't be anywhere near that.
That's just my suggestion.
What's the pleasure on the amount?
Suggestions?
Let's go 15, split the difference and.
Meet in the middle, 15,000.
Let's make a deal here.
This is an ILA. It's not the Constitution or anything.
Right.
So may I restate the motion?
Sure. One more time. Here's the motion.
Move to authorize Judge Lutz to obtain approval from TIDC for a grant modification in the amount of $15,000 to provide the funds for general counsel for the HCRPDO Oversight Board to engage Floyd Akers attorney at law and give Judge Lutz authorization to sign the agreement.
Okay, I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second from Judge Jones. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Judge, excuse me.
Yes.
Judge Kelly was not on the screen, he needs to be on the screen, and his assent to the motion needs to be on video.
I'm sorry, the what?
And,
The what needs to be on?
he needs to be on. the
Yeah, I don't know where
screen.
I'm not sure why.
I'm sorry if I'm out of place, but I just want to make sure. that-
Yeah, there he is. For some reason, it's like there he is.
There we go.
Okay, Judge Kelly, did you vote aye?
No, I didn't vote at all.
Okay,
I
all right.
abstained.
Okay, so we have one abstention.
Judge Kelly has abstained.
Correct.
Everyone else was aye.
Correct.
You give us a comment while you're staying.
We need a one or two sentence motion. This is death by detail here. We're gonna get in trouble making motions that detailed, I think. Because one little variance, we gotta go back to the well again. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But I didn't vote against it. I just think it's death by detail.
There you go. All right, thank you. All right, item number 7, we do not have everything we need on item 7, so we'll have to come back to it. The application is not complete, so if I could have a motion to table agenda item 7, which is discuss and consider the submission of the 2027 TIDC improvement grant application for the HCRPDO fiscal year 26-27.
I move to postpone action, but to what date?
We don't have a date, sir, because we don't know what the next PDO meeting date is. And it may be that we have to do this in April, depending on when the grant application opens.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Are we just passing this item because it's premature?
I'm sorry, what's that, Judge?
Aren't we just passing this agenda item because it's premature at this time and be brought up at one of the next meetings? Isn't that
Well,
all we're doing?
we are, because we're not prepared to do it today.
I know,
This
so-
grant opens in April.
I understand that, but all we're doing is we've got an agenda item that we're not prepared to act on, so we just
Right.
pass on it at this time. That's all we have to do, isn't it?
Are we having a motion to postpone action?
Yeah, or table it or whatever.
Okay.
but-
Don't table it.
Yeah.
No, you can't table it.
So Judge Kelly, you're just saying pull the item and not address it?
Well, Judge Lutz is the chair, and we've got an agenda item that's premature. And what I would do if I were chairing this is just say that I think it's premature, and we ask to pass it. No need to have a formal vote necessarily, but if we can have a discussion or a head nod, people say, yeah, let's come back to it when we're ready. I don't know. I don't think we have to have a motion to pass.
Okay, well, then we will move on.
If you're gonna announce that you're passing.
Yeah, we'll pass this item up and move on to agenda item number 8.
I'm good with that.
Okay, agenda item number 8 is executive session. The Oversight Board will meet in executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code 551.074 personnel matters, evaluation of the chief public defender. We will leave this meeting, we're gonna go, the board's gonna go to one of the meeting rooms in the back. And then, we will be back, afterwards. Judge Kelly, we'll meet you on that other meeting. It'll take just a minute to get it fired up back there. And,
I just- Disconnect from this and
yes, sir.
hit it again?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And, so it's 10:15, executive session is, 10:15 a.m. currently.
And just tell you want me to attend the executive session or not.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I can't hear Harley. She echoes in the room.
Question was, is we want,
Yeah, we will
Harley
be
to
bringing you
attend.
back. We're gonna take the board back first and then we'll be hollering at you. Excellent.
Okay.
See you over there, Judge. See you
Okay.
shortly. I did, yeah, I did that one.
You want to use my contact, it goes better to call, I think, can give you the bid or something.
You got the room muted, right? Thank you. Appreciate it. Or we're good, we're out, okay. All right, so we are back in regular session. It's 11:32 a.m. And I'm gonna move to agenda item number 9, resume open session and take any actions resulting from executive session deliberations. Does anybody have any action?
No action at this time.
Okay, having none, we'll move to item 10, which is adjournment. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Judge Jones,
I'll move to adjourn.
Speak somebody.
have a motion second. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and we will need to set up, Carly, just think about the, just for FYI, we will need to probably have a meeting in April, but we don't exactly when yet, correct, for the grant. So we'll figure that out and communicate it to everybody.